Hey guys, while I talk to you, I'm going to be eating my mac and cheese here. I'm finishing it up. It was so freaking good. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I changed about this recipe. I used a pound of macaroni, but I also added a different texture. I wanted the big macaroni in the box, and I wanted the little thin, so I did both. And I did enough to fill the pan, which was probably about a pound. Now, the other thing I did was I used mild cheddar, sharp cheddar, and I used a chunk of real mozzarella that I had left, and I shredded it all together and mixed it. Then when I made the mixture that it says to make with the flour, I used about a half a cup of flour, and I used about a half cup of butter, half a cup of flour. Then I used half and half and heavy whipping cream. So that's the difference. I used heavy whipping cream and half and half. And I used milk. So I used all three. And I used about a half cup of each one. So I have a half cup of heavy whipping cream, half cup of half and a half a cup of milk. And I put that with my butter and my half a cup of flour in a skillet. And I whisked it all really well. Then when I took that mixture out, it had the margarine in it, it had the flour, it had the half and half, the heavy whipping cream, and I took the little packet that comes with the little thin noodles and the regular macaroni box, and I took it, as you can see, it's super cheesy, and I put a little bit of that cheddar in my wet mixture with the flour and the butter. As I whisked it, I put some of that packaged cheddar that came with this. So I used that too, and then I used half and half, but I also used the heavy whipping cream. Okay, so that made it really rich. So you can do that too. And then I topped mine with Ritz crackers, but I didn't use a lot. Last time I made it, people said don't use a lot, so I used just a little bit. And as you can see, the cheese that I had shredded, I shredded sharp cheddar, medium cheddar, and mozzarella. I'd say I had about 2.5 cups of cheeses that I put in here. And you see that throughout that. And that's in addition to that Kraft cheese that was in the Publix macaroni box. So that's why it's so cheesy. It's absolutely delicious. And you just whisk it all together. Try to put your cheeses in layers a little bit. And get the wet mixture with the butter and the flour. And whisk it in there. But don't collapse your macaroni. And the other thing is, I did not overcook my mac. When I boiled the macaroni, I only boiled it like 3 to 4 minutes. And then I took it off the stove and I put it in the sink to drain it, because you don't want mushy macaroni. Because it's going to go in the oven too. And if you do it that way, oh my God, it's delicious. But it does make so much. It makes enough for an army. That's it. Make sure you subscribe to Jeannie Jones Selfie Girl on YouTube. You won't be sorry. But this won't make you look younger, I'm sorry to say. And it's not a travel thing, but I always like to share all the great things I make. And here I am right there. It's me, your Selfie Girl. Bye.